You healed in private, and now your glow hurts their ego. There was a time when you had nothing left, no strength, no hope, no peace. People watched your collapse like it was entertainment. They took notes. They wore your misfortune like a badge. When you asked for help, they looked away. When you stumbled, they cheered. Their appetite was your suffering. But every broken night was a workshop. Pain became raw material. You gathered fragments of yourself and began the slow, secret work of reconstruction. While they celebrated the wreckage, you learned discipline, the steady, invisible labor nobody sees. You stopped explaining. You stopped seeking permission to be whole. You left situations quietly, not because defeat claimed you, but because you refused to keep paying rent on people who never invested in you. Healing is quiet. It arrives as small rituals at 3 in the morning. A book to steady your mind. A run to expel the day's poison. A decision to answer only what nourishes you. It is counting breaths in a room that insists on remembering pain and choosing to reteach it peace. Those sleepless nights, the promises you made to yourself, the shame you swallowed, all of it became armor. Not flashy armor, but the kind that slips on under your clothes and changes how you move through the world. Now you walk differently. There's less noise in your shoulders. Your eyes hold a calm that unsettles them. You speak less, but when you speak, your words land like facts. Presence, not protest, is your new language. You mastered the most efficient violence, not reacting. When they throw stones, you turn and walk. When they strike with words, you let silence finish the sentence. They notice. The same mouths that mocked your collapse now whisper about your quiet. You've changed, they say, as if strength were an accusation. They meant a sting, but you read it like a truth. You didn't change to satisfy them. You changed to protect yourself. To those who call you cold, peace can look like coldness to people who live by chaos. Your glow isn't vanity. It's the energy of rebuilt priorities. It's patience to let time reveal truth. It's the refusal to be hurried back into old patterns because they look familiar to others. You stopped hunting validation. You stopped shrinking to make strangers comfortable. You began showing up for yourself, consistently, quietly, without asking the world's permission. That is why it hurts them. People who fed on your breakdown cannot stomach your ascent. Pride is fragile. It fractures when you no longer need its approval. Their discomfort is simple. They did not build you, and yet here you are whole. They wanted the credit or the leash. You cut it. You walked forward. Silence is not surrender. Silence is strategy. Your absence is a lesson they cannot learn any other way. When you stop answering calls that drain you, when you refuse to perform grief on demand, when you let time carry the narrative instead of your explanations, you teach them irrelevance. Absence unsettles because it exposes the space they caused. Revenge in your life looks different. It is not drama. It is mornings in a quiet kitchen that is yours. It is weekends filled with books and movement and friends who do not mind your trauma. It is projects finished, goals checked, habits rebuilt. These small victories mean nothing to them and everything to you. Stack them. They form an architecture none of your critics can enter. There is tenderness here too, a fierce, considered tenderness. You are gentle with yourself in ways you were never allowed to be. You forgive to free, not to reinvite hurt. Forgiveness becomes a tool, precise and limited. Mercy without access. You learn the difference between closing a wound and handing out keys. Not everyone gets to witness your comeback. Doors close. Seats stay empty. That is not cruelty, it is curation. You now select the faces allowed near your life. You protect the soil where you plant growth so weeds cannot take root. Boundaries are not punishments for others. They are an act of respect for yourself. They will call it stubbornness, arrogance, indifference. Let them. You have work that matters more than their judgments. The real victory is invisible. It lives in the inner ledger. Mornings that no longer sink into dread. Choices made without tremor. A quiet bedroom where sleep actually comes. It's in every moment you choose peace over proving a point. Wisdom over reaction. Preservation over performance. These are the trophies that don't need an audience. Remember the private vows. The run when you wanted to stay under the covers. The book that steadied your hands. The phone left unanswered because history taught you consequences. These are your monuments. No one will tend them for you. They will stand long after opinions fade. Think of the messages you left unread. Each unread message was a brick taken from a bridge you chose not to cross. It was preservation. They wanted you back in storms where they felt significant. You refused. You learned to measure your value by what you build in silence, not by what they break aloud. When apologies come wrapped in convenience, test them by time. Let actions prove themselves. Do not invite back anyone who still treats your healing like a footnote. Select the witnesses to your life wisely. If they try to trade your healing as gossip, refuse the currency. Your resilience is private property. Guard it. Their discomfort is not your responsibility. Their need to feel superior belongs to their wound, not to your conscience. Your only duty is to protect the sanctity of your inner world. Keep the rituals that saved you. Keep the ledger no one reads. Let your life, quiet, steady, relentless, be the proof. Let your glow be the loudest revenge. You healed in private. Your work was quiet. Your victories were small and steady. And now your glow, that calm, immovable light, hurts their ego. So do not dim it to ease anyone's discomfort. Don't shrink to fit their small world again. Protect your peace like a crown, wear your silence like armor. Let your life be the argument you will never have to make aloud. Protect your peace. Walk in silence. Let your glow be the loudest revenge.